Intro.
You show the lights that stop me, turn to stone. You shine me when I'm alone, and so I tell myself that I'll be strong. I'm dreaming when they're gone, 'cause they're calling, calling, calling me home, calling, calling, calling home. You show the lights that stop me.
What's up, guys? It's Lydia, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do an aerial because I'm finally making it. First off, I want to completely eliminate, crush, and destroy some of the things that people say you have to have before you get your aerial. I'm going to show you these things, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started. P.S. My form with my aerial is terrible because I recently just got it. I am self-taught, and my ground is mushy and wet. And please share your likes and your nice and negative comments in the, yeah, that. One of the things that people always told me that I absolutely had to have for my aerial was my middle splits. That's not true. These are my middle splits. Like literally, can we even call these splits? I go down like this. This hurts so bad. I'm up this high off the ground. These are not middle splits, all right? I do have my left leg splits, and let's not even talk about my right leg splits, all right? I am not flexible recently because I haven't been stretching. Shame on me. Slap on the wrist. Let's move on. They also said that you had to have a basic cartwheel, which I do agree with. You do need to have a basic cartwheel. I mean, duh, an aerial is a cart. I'm not going to go into that, but anyway. They also said that you needed to have a dive cartwheel. I would agree with this as well, because you need to get over the fear of doing a dive cartwheel. And my sister, for example, can do a cartwheel, but she can't do a dive cartwheel because she's too scared. Another thing that you probably want to have is a pop cartwheel. These are actually kind of difficult, but they're really, really great to get you started and picking your hands up early in a cartwheel. You can also do pop handstands, and those will help as well. When you get your basic cartwheel really good, start whipping your legs over faster. Like, do an undercut cartwheel. So if your foot's right there, when I take off, I'm like this, right? So I need to get my hands as close to my feet as possible so I can whip my legs around. And you want to try and get your foot as close to your hands as possible. Again, I'm very inflexible. Now we can get into the more fun stuff, the running cartwheel. When you're doing the running cartwheel, you're gonna want to take about 3 steps and just run and go on your hands, do a cartwheel. Whenever I'm doing a running skill, I usually put my right leg first because I'm a lefty gymnast. That way I can take 1, 2, 3, hurdle into the skill, okay? Dive cartwheel, here we go. When you do a pop cartwheel, you want to ease into your cartwheel, per se, you're running, but you want your hands to hit and then pull them up really quick, okay? With the dive cartwheel, you want to dive like this and then stick them out at the end, okay? So it's the reverse effect. Yes, I would say it's good to practice these skills. They are not the key to getting your aerial. I thought that for so many years. I was like, if I do these skills, I am going to get my aerial. Never happened. Maybe it works for some people, but if you're like me, it doesn't work for me. Yes, practice them. They're good drills to get you used to leaving the ground. The only way that you're gonna get your aerial is to actually go for it. All right, after you've practiced, you want to start combining the skills. You want to combine the cartwheel with the run, with the dive cartwheel, with the pop cartwheel. All of these 4 things are important to have and combine. It looks really boring, but it works, okay? So practice that a couple times, go for your aerial. So, You don't need your middle splits. You do need a cartwheel, a running cartwheel, dive cartwheel, and pop cartwheel. But don't drill these things because you think you're gonna get them. Drill them to warm you up so you can actually start attempting the skill. The goal is just to get you so that you're actually going for the skill, all right? The next thing I wanna talk about is your arm placement, all right? Don't get me wrong, jumping into a skill can always be scary, but you gotta keep your hands up, all right? Things that never worked for me. Holding something in my hands. It never worked, okay? You can try it, and if it works for you, bravo. But for those of people who are like me, it doesn't work for me. So if it doesn't work for you, don't think, oh man, it doesn't work for me and it works for everybody else. Nope, not right, didn't work for me. Now as far as where your arms go, that's up to you. You can do like this, where this arm goes behind you. Ouch. Sorry, Max. You can do like this, where this arm goes behind you, and you can hook it, or you can stick it out straight, or you can do what I do, and you stick it in front. So instead of going like this, I'm going like this. If you want to do aerials in a straight line, like on the beam, then you need to put your arm like this. Now for your arms, you can have them straight, or you can have them tucked up. I have them tucked up because that's the way I learned it, okay? I am trying to get to the point where they're straight, all right? Not there yet. But it's something I want to work on because I think it looks prettier. Now we need to get serious. The absolute best tip that anyone gave me, I think her name was Ashlyn. If it is, I don't know, but I know you, and if you watch my videos, thank you so much. You helped me get my aerial. She said, try touching your shoulders. Boom, I did it, okay? I was able to do it just by touching my shoulders, just by focusing on that, touching this part of my body. It worked. You're all the way down here. You're gonna wanna put your hands down. But up here, oh no, you can't put your hands down. It works way better. What you wanna do is get to the point where your hands are near your knees. All right, this is like the longest tutorial ever. This is gonna be a real jerk to edit. Now, for your run, you can take as many steps as you want, all right? People told me, oh, don't take so many steps. You'll get worn out. Take more steps. You're not running hard enough. Do a big hurdle. Don't hurdle so much. You're putting too much power in your hurdle. People told me everything, all right? Everything under the sun, they told me, okay? Everybody had their own opinion on how to get their skill. I tried everything. And then I figured I'm just gonna do it my way and do as many steps as I want. And yeah. So now I've changed it up. I do very few steps with a big hurdle. When I do it, I'm looking at the ground. I'm not looking at you guys. I'm not looking over there. I'm not looking anywhere. I'm looking at the ground and where my foot's gonna land. Up, hurdle, power into it. Whoa. Now you see these dancers, this, and then they go into it and they whip up into the air, okay? And they do it so gracefully. Notice all of them have their middle splits, okay? Just keep that in mind. But I did the spin, okay? I got a lot of hate for it too, because they're like, you're a gymnast, you're not a dancer. You can't do the spin. I did the spin and it worked when I did it off a mattress. So if it works for you, do it. In one video I watched, the girl didn't get her aerial until she started spinning. So maybe spinning is for you. Next thing you can do it off a raised surface, all right? It works. You can get a panel mat, but again, mine moves, so I will not be attempting it off my panel mat because it will slip all over the place on this grass. One of the things I think a lot of gymnasts and just tumblers in general, what they struggle with is the fact that they assume that since something worked for somebody, it would work for them too. And that's not true. I learned that the hard way, so I'm telling you guys now. Follow me on my social media, my Instagram and my Twitter and my Snapchat and my Musical.ly, which I never use hardly, is all right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Can we get this to 1,000 likes? I love you guys so much. And I will see you in my next video. I post 3 times a week. Fridays I do Lids Chat, and then Wednesdays I do some kind of video. I don't know, it may be gymnastics themed, it may be a random video. Vlogs will usually be posted on some random day, like Mondays, Tuesdays, maybe Thursdays. So yeah, any other day other than Wednesdays, Sundays, and Fridays. And then Sunday is always gonna be a gymnastic video, so yes, subscribe if you're new. Bye. What's up guys? At long last, I'm finally doing the aerial tutorial that I promised you guys I would do. Why I promised I would do this, I have no idea. I'm stupid. I literally had just gotten my aerial all by myself and I was like, hey, guess what guys? Next video is gonna be an aerial. And then, hey, guess what? It started raining, my ground is always wet now, and it was freezing cold. Now I'm wondering where I'm gonna put all this rambling. Probably at the end, for bloopers and extras and rambling parts of the video. Ugh. Bam, here's the intro, guys. All right, so I started doing the first one, I rambled too much. So I'm gonna put that at the end with bloopers and extras and rambling parts of my video. There may be a lot because I feel very hyper, and whenever I'm doing a tutorial on harder skill, I'm rambling again. Stop, just tell them how to do the skill. Hey guys, it is Lydia. Hand motions. What's up guys? It's Lydia. That was bad too. Ta-da! You can't see me. Ta-da! This is how I landed. One of the main things, lighting's terrible, hang on. I will show you these things in talk English together so you're not touching the ground. You want to combine. This is hard. That's my shadow. I thought it was the tripod shadow and I was like, there's nothing more tacky than having a video with a tripod or camera shadow. Ew.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
I have told you guys that you do not, ow, that was a sticker.
Couple things to keep in mind. If you have weak ankles like me, then you will want to probably wear an ankle brace or tape up your ankles, get something to stabilize them, or just really make sure that the ground you're landing on is not going to move around. I tried to do my aerials on my mat at the beginning of this video and I realized that that was not going to work because one, my mat, as you can see, has slits in it and my right foot slipped into the slit at one point when I landed. Twisted my ankle, very, very painful. So I would suggest not doing that. Also, my mat moves, so make sure that you're absolutely positive that whatever you're landing on and taking off of does not move.
Make sure also that you warm up the usual things, warm up your entire body, all right? It's not just ankles and legs and wrists and, you know, your neck, your back. You warm up everything. Do all of your splits, not just your middle splits. This is such a difficult skill. You're literally leaving the ground and then landing again. Thumbs up for the kitty photo bomber. Follow his Instagram account at maxis.world.
But I love it.